Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my experience with different audiobook subscriptions, and in the end, I'm going to share one website where you can listen audiobooks for free. So, without any further ado, let's get into the video. I've been listening to audiobooks since 2021, so it's been more than 4 years. Mainly, I have used Audible and Spotify. I'm going to share their features, how their subscription work, and gonna give you my experience. Audible's monthly subscription is for 199 and they give you 30 days trial. Usually how Audible works is that every month you get one credit for the price that is 199 and you can utilize that one credit to listen to any book. If you are a Prime member, they give you 2 credits in the first month, so that is like you are getting one extra book. Honestly, I am not a really big fan of their catalog because there were a lot of books which I really wanted to listen to. They were in other languages, so I could not listen to them. If a book is in English, I am expecting it to be available in English in audiobook format as well, but that wasn't the case. I have good selection, but it is not as vast as Storytel. I will talk about Storytel in some time. So if you are thinking that you have to pay 199 rupees to just listen to one book, I honestly, in my opinion, it is steep. But at the same time, they have free catalog as well. There are a lot of classics present or some debut authors. Their books are present in the free catalog, so you can listen to those. So that's how I did. Like I got through some of the classics while using Audible. I was using it for 6 months. They also have a feature where you can actually, first of all, you can listen to the sample. So they have sample because sometimes what happens is a narrator can have certain accents, so that can be a bit difficult for somebody. I mean, there are some accents which are a bit difficult for me to listen to at a certain speed. So I don't really reach out to them that often. So that is good that you get samples. Like what if you don't like a book and you don't want to continue it? So that doesn't mean that your credit is going to go to waste. You can return the book, but don't do that frequently because they will keep track of how many returns you are making. So they do keep track of that, but that is an option so that your credit doesn't go to waste. The next point is that you get to keep the books even after your subscription ends. So if the books are downloaded, they are present in your device, so you can listen to those books even if your subscription ends. So that is a really good feature. So these are all the things about Audible. Let's talk about Storytel. Storytel has two different subscription options. One is for regional books and they have different languages, and it is for 149 per month. And to listen to the entire catalog, the subscription is for 299. Both are per month prices. They have 14 days trial, so you can try it out for 14 days. And on Storytel, you cannot keep the books after your subscription ends. It is like Netflix, like how on Netflix you can watch when your subscription is there. You can't consume their content, so it's just like that. But in that 1 month, you can listen to endless books. You can pick any book. You don't have to return or anything. Like the credit system is not there, so you can pick up any book, you can listen to it. There are some ebooks as well, so you can read those as well. So if your listening speed is good, then you can definitely go for Storytel. You can listen to as many books as possible. If you are listening to 3 books, then that means that one book was for 100 rupees, and if you can go beyond that, and it is very easy to listen to more than 3 books. If you are commuting or you're doing some chores and then you're listening the books in the background, then you can easily listen to 4 to 5 books. You're getting the most out of the money you're paying. They have a really great catalog. I personally like Storytel's catalog because there are a lot of books, and on Audible sometimes what happens is like for a particular author they have one particular book, but other book is not there. So that happens with Audible a lot. But on Storytel, all the books are there for one particular author. So if you want to go through any particular author's backlist, then you can go through them like very quickly, and it's very easy to go through those books because the narrator is same for a certain author. So it's very easy to go through those books. The third app I'm going to talk about is Spotify. So Spotify also have audiobooks. They have recently launched it. I think it's been a year. I have heard that they have a good catalog. I personally haven't used it, but let's see what they are offering. Spotify offers 15 hours of audiobook listening for every month, and you can utilize that for that particular month. Those 15 hours get refreshed every single month, so you can't really carry forward them. On Audible, you can carry forward the credits, but on Spotify, that is not the case. If you have some hours left, they will get discarded and you will start with the fresh 15 hours. One thing to remember is that the speed doesn't affect the hours. Like, for example, if somebody is listening to a book at 2x speed, and if the book is suppose 8 hours long, so 8 hours will be considered in the 15 hours, even though it took you like 4 hours, but 8 hours will be considered that you have listened to an audiobook. And considering the fact that most books are 8 to 12 hours long, I don't think a person can listen to more than two books. Like, two books is also a stretch, which is exactly why I haven't really used Spotify, because I generally go through 4 to 5 books, so that is not the best option for me. If you'll ask me which one you should go for, I would suggest go through both the apps catalogs. Like, I'm talking about Audible and Storytel. Spotify, because their hours are so less, I am not really going to suggest that. But if you have Spotify membership, then you should definitely utilize those hours. If you are looking for a specific audiobook subscription, like an app which is dedicated for audiobooks, then we'll talk about Audible and Storytel. First of all, check their catalog. Like, if any book which you really want to read is not available on any particular app, then that is useless. So you don't really need that app. Go for the other app, whichever has the books which you really want to listen to. Number two, if your speed is good, or if you have free time, or if you have some hobbies where you can listen to audiobooks, then you should go with Storytel, because they are offering you a lot more audiobooks in one single month. Like, you can listen to as many as you can, right? So that is better. If you have like limited time and you don't want to spend that extra 100 rupees, then you can go for Audible. I think it will completely depend on your needs and your preferences. And if you're starting to listen to audiobooks, I would suggest you to go with authors whom you know, because then it is easier to get into the audiobook. And I would also suggest you to start slow, like start with 1.25 speed or 1.2 speed, and then gradually increase your speed. Your listening speed will also increase, and it will be easier to finish books, and that happiness which it gives when you finish a book, it's amazing. That's what I would suggest. And now let's talk about that one website where you can listen audiobooks for free. It's called NetGalley. So it usually provides ARCs. It is for ARCs. They have audiobooks section. It is for ebooks. Like, ebooks are easily available. They have audiobooks ARCs as well, so you can try those out. They are free, but you have to maintain a certain feedback ratio. You have to give your feedback there, because its main purpose is to actually review books. So if you are into reviewing books, then only go for NetGalley, because first of all, their system is incredible. I love them for that, because they don't judge you for your followers count or subscribers count. I mean, it is an essential part that you need to show that you have a good record of reviewing books more than how many followers you have. So if you have that, like if you are posting on Instagram or Goodreads, then your number, you should mention it in your bio, and then you can start requesting. Start small, start with books which most people won't go for, and then start building your ratio. Like, you have to maintain that ratio of 80%. Your feedback ratio has to be above 80%, and they have certain time limits. Like, it's not like you can review a book in 6 months. No, they have time limits there. Like, the books get archived and you have to give the feedback before that date. Otherwise, the book will be gone and then you won't be able to give the feedback. So that is one of the things which you have to maintain. Like, you have to be very conscious about, like, don't request books for which you're not going to give feedback. So that is one of the things. But they have a quite good selection. Like, these are all the books which I listened on NetGalley. You have to check out their catalog constantly and see if anything which will intrigue you. That way you are getting two things. One, you are getting books for free. Number two is that you are getting exposure to new debut authors, and they are getting your genuine feedback. So it's a two-way thing. I genuinely like to discover new authors, because there are some authors which are not really hyped, and I really like to read them and give my own first impression, like have my actual first impression, and not really get intimidated by the hype or get disappointed because of the hype. So that is one of the things which is why I really like NetGalley too. You let me know if you have any other audiobooks app which is better than these. So let me know in the comment section so that I can try them for myself. And that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.